guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marnise Nicole and I'm an acrylic artist. Today we are talking about this painting behind me, which is the shoulder effect, and this is our artist diary number 22. Now this piece behind me was so fun to create. You've seen it in the background of a couple of videos now because I was doing a few finishing touches, and now I'm finally ready to share and talk about this piece. Now this piece behind me, again, the shoulder effect, it's an 11 by 14 and it's acrylic on canvas, and I love it. I love it, and it's because of the hair and because of the background, guys. So this whole piece focuses on direction, the direction of your mood and how it flows out. And it's called the shoulder effect because it represents the cold shoulder, like giving attitude outward, and that's the whole theme of this piece. And I use the hair kind of to give more movement in the piece. I use the hair to direct out the feeling of attitude extensively. Like, I am not frustrated, I am, a little peeved, and I'm giving you this annoyed effect right now. Like, just talk to my shoulder. Just talk to this area right here. Don't talk to me. I'm pushing all of my energy out. And this is it. This whole scenario came out thinking about going out to party, have a good time, and then coming across individuals that are ruining your fun. And instead of ruining your day, you're pushing out your attitude like, this is a block, this is, stay on this side of you, stay over here. And it's called the shoulder effect because when a female, or at least when I am giving attitude, my shoulders play a big part of it. I'm just like, they're aggressively like, what, like, what, like, what are you doing? And I'm being really silly right now, but I just wanted that effect. Like, she's giving you the shoulder. She's looking back at you like, okay, like, that's the whole thing. Like, okay, like, what do you want? Like, and she's giving that attitude through her whole being. It's starting from here, it's flowing out, and that's really why I focus so much on the line movement in the hair. As you know, I've been playing around with geometric shapes and more simplified themes for the hair. Like, I like shapes, and I like how they give an impact. Even though there's something so familiar, they give specific tones to your piece, and so the line movement gave this a more stable piece. If her hair was all over the place with curls and swirls, it would have given this piece a different effect. And so, thinking of directionality, I pushed the hair into lines and pushed it out in the direction that she was giving her attitude. Like, you can get that she's in a fun space, she's having a good time, and yet she's still throwing attitude out to stop you from messing with her vibe. This whole piece is about vibes. And so I really like this piece. I really appreciate the color palette, and I really appreciate how well I was able to get her skin tone. A thing about acrylic painting is that it dries to a level darker than you intend. Maybe a shade or two, but it's enough that it can ruin a paint, especially when you're painting an African American skin tone with the browns. If they get too dark, they can ruin the complexion that you're trying to give off. I really worked hard on skin tones, and this was accomplished with a lot of layering. I did a lot of layers on the skin tone to get it exactly where I wanted it to. And if you go through my Instagram, you'll see progress shots where it started off too dark, and then it was too light, and then it was too dark again. But you have to play around when you're working with a richer skin tone. That's chocolate right there. That is chocolate brown skin. It's rich, it's enjoyable, it's just lovely, and it takes work to get accomplished this. I very much love the technique I use in the hair. The directionality, is on point for me, and still all combined with the background and the gold, and it gives such a fun effect. Like, you know she's in a party, you know she's having a good time, and you know that if you break up this vibe, you're gonna get attitude. And I just love that. So much attitude. And so this piece was fun. I loved working on it. It took me a course of 3 weeks to complete, and that was mostly because I do only paint on the weekends, on my days off. I have a full-time job, and so it's hard to fit in time, and I don't want to be interrupted when I'm in a strong painting session. I want to have the time to work for hours if I need to. And so starting a painting when I get off work at 8 o'clock, that doesn't give you the time or freedom to just paint without a care. You still have to have dinner, you still have to clean up for the night, get ready for the next day. And so I like to paint on my days off where I have an infinite amount of time to do whatever I want with the piece. And so over 3 weekends I created this piece. So much fun, and I really enjoyed the style. The colors specifically for the background, the red gave it a nice pop. It makes her stand out a lot more against the blue background, and then the gold ties it all together. And I struggled with wondering whether or not I would add gold accents into her actual face, into her actual presence and her actual silhouette. But I said no, because I didn't want to overpaint this. That's something I struggle with sometimes. Sometimes I'll get into a role of painting, and I'm not there editing myself. And so this case, I did correctly edit myself. I believe that if I would have added gold highlights here, it just would have made it kind of gaudy and too much. And I like that it's not simple. It's definitely not simple, but it's definitely not over the top. And so my thoughts on my latest piece. I love these artist diaries. I know in like 4 months when I look back at this piece, I'm gonna know exactly how I was feeling. I'm gonna know exactly what inspired me for this piece, and that's always great. I definitely recommend keeping some kind of journal or video diary or what have you of your work and how you do your work and the process behind it, especially if you're like me where your process is all over the place. And so this is Artist Diary number 21. I hope you enjoyed it. Always check out my Instagram where the finalized copies will be, as well as daily updates. Also, my website is updated. You know, you can check that out. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. My name again is Marnise Nicole. I'm an acrylic painter, and thanks so much. Bye.